What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Pokemon tier list video. We previously gave you guys our list for the Pokemon starters base forms, and I'm sure it was pretty controversial. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Stage 1 Pokemon, or the middle stage Pokemon. And I'm telling you, it's going to look similar at first, I'm sure, but it's going to take a drastic turn compared to the base starter forms. So first up with Gen 1, we have Ivysaur, and wouldn't you know it, it's going in S tier. Ivysaur is... It's basically mature Bulbasaur. That bluish color of its skin really contrasts with the the budding flower on its back, with the green leaves sticking out, and then the red bud, pink, almost like, I guess it's more like a pinkish color on top, and just it looks like almost like a cooler version of Bulbasaur with the little sharpened fangs, and it's just a perfect Pokemon to me. And speaking of perfect Pokemon, and I'm sure so many Gen 1 fans are gonna love this, is Charmeleon. Charmeleon's going in S tier. Charmeleon is a cooler Charmander for sure. It goes from orange to that reddish color, gets the little horn on the back of its head, and honestly, Charmeleon is my favorite of the Charmander line. And it's by far. Charmeleon is just cool. You get some cool ass art for the TCG. He's just a better design than Charmander. He's definitely Charmander evolved past its awkward, like, teenage phase. And speaking of a perfectly evolved starter form, we've got Wartortle, which again is going straight to S tier. Wartortle is a perfect evolution to Squirtle. The ears, the tail, the darker blue that's almost like a purple color. It's just, Wartortle is easily one of my favorite middle stage Pokemon. Now we get controversial once again. We've got Gen 2, we've got Bayleaf, and I'm putting Bayleaf in S tier. And I know all you Chikorita haters are like, but just look at it. The design is just, it's perfect. The leaf on its head grew, the little almost like seedlings around its neck have kind of grown out now, and it's a bigger Chikorita, really, and it's an adorable Pokemon. I love its design. It's a growing dinosaur Pokemon, and I don't see how anyone can hate that. Moving on to Quilava, and Quilava is easily going in S tier. It is again a perfect example of, like, Ivysaur, Charmeleon, and Wartortle, the base evolution evolving into a cooler version of itself, to where its flames are still there on its back, but now it's got flames that come out the top of its head, and it's not in such a small little body anymore. It's kind of, it's got room to grow, but it's not just this little shit anymore. Now this is where we're starting to deviate from our previous list with Croconaw, and I feel bad. I really, really do, but Croconaw is going to have to go in A tier. The reason Croconaw is not going in S tier with the others, and I hate that it's there, because I love Totodile so fucking much, but Croconaw's design is the beginning of middle stage starter Pokemon being derpy as fuck. First of all, its designs in Gold and Silver were atrocious. It looked like it was wearing like a wife beater, almost like a toga like the Flintstones wear. Half the time in TCG art or even in game art, it looks like its underbite is so big that it's gonna, like, its bottom jaw is gonna come up and close on its nose. Its art is so inconsistent. The picture I chose here is great. This is a good representation of Croconaw, but Croconaw still is like a downgrade from Totodile, and I mean, even for Alligator is, but that's beside the point. I just don't feel like this Pokemon. I don't feel like Croconaw deserves to be on the same pedestal as the previous 5. Now, coming into Gen 3, we've got Grovyle, and I'm going to put Grovyle in A tier, keep Croconaw company. I really like Grovyle's design. I actually like Grovyle more than I like Trico or Sceptile. It's something about its design. It's just a really cool Pokemon, and just the way it moves in, like, when you see it in battle in the anime is just, it's different. It's like Trico is really too small to be doing anything cool, and Sceptile's just got a giant Christmas tree on its ass. It's just, this is the peak design for this evolution line. Now we're gonna get into Combuskin, Little Torchic's evolution, and it's gonna go in B tier again. I believe that's where we had Torchic in our previous tier list, and I don't hate it. It's just, it evolved and it still looks weird. Now it's just a really weird chicken with, like, orange poofy shorts, and it just, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me. And speaking of weird, is fucking Marshtomp. I don't hate Marshtomp, so he's gonna go in B tier with Combuskin, but it's such a goofy looking little shit. Mudkip is this adorable little blue fish thing, mudfish, and then Swampert's this giant badass of a behemoth. And just in the middle, this is where you've got that awkward, like, stuck in puberty, mid-evolution teenage form. It's just not good. Up next, we've got Grottle. I honestly forgot this Pokemon's name even. It's not a bad design, I guess, but it's not like, I don't know. Turtwig, I love its design. Torterra, I love its design. This thing, do I want to put it in B tier? I feel like I'm gonna put him in C tier. So he's not getting too much hate, but I don't care for the design. It does kind of remind me of Spike from Land Before Time, but it's not enough for me to actually like it. We've also got Monferno here as well, which is kind of like, again, I hated Chimchar, but I feel like Monferno, I like it more than Chimchar, I guess, so we'll put it in C tier. Again, it's just that monkey design I just don't care for. Although it is better than Chimchar, but not by a whole lot. And then we've got Prinplup, which is the evolution of our adorable little Piplup, which is not getting S tier. No chance in hell. I feel like Prinplup can go in B tier. I don't dislike it. It's not a great form, but it is still a penguin. It is still... I like penguins. It's not terrible. I don't dislike it as much as I won't say I dislike it. I like it more than I like Grottle and Monferno. Then we've got Servine here, which I don't like Servine. I don't hate Servine. But it's a really weird form. I almost want to say I put it in D tier, because like it's got this really, like, its body is longer than Snivy's, and so it's got like this snake-like body, but it's got its legs and arms are just so small that I don't even see how they do anything. I just don't like it. Then we've got Pignite. And I don't know what it is about Pignite. I actually kind of like Pignite a little bit. I'm going to put Pignite up in B tier, especially in that pose that he's in. He's just like, like trying to show off how strong he is. He's kind of goofy. He's a goofy-ass looking Pokemon, but I don't have any real reason to be like, I don't care for him. Aside from the fact, I just am not big on the Gen 5 evolutions in general, but it's not terrible. This thing, Duat, though, this is going down there in D tier. Again, I don't like it. I guess it's supposed to be an otter still. it looks better than its previous evolution, but now it's like karate Oshawott. It's like I don't know what they're going for with it, but whatever it is, it just doesn't appeal to me. The blue is nice. The blue is what Oshawott should have been, and perhaps I would have given a shit. But I just not right. I don't. Now we're gonna go with Gen 6 with Quilladin. This thing's going in F tier. I hate this design. I don't know what this Pokemon's supposed to be. And now it's like, it's a weird Pokemon in an avocado with spikes. Like, what the hell is this thing supposed to be? Speaking of things that I just don't like, we've got, oh man, Fennekin, Braixen. Uh-oh. I broke it. Oh, man. Even the computer's not responding. Oh, this is hella awkward. Nope, it put it in C tier. Absolutely not. The game was like, here, we'll place it for you since you can't remember its name. No, I don't like this thing. Again, it turned into this weird... Fennekin evolved into this weird-ass, like, furry girl that I don't like, and I don't like the thoughts that it seems like went into this Pokemon's design. And then just to go right along with it, we're gonna put Frogadier up here. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not a Froakie fan, but this thing is infinitely worse than Froakie. These, the 3 middle starters from Gen 6, have that goofy, just absolutely abhorrent, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, stuck in puberty design. I just don't like them. Then we got Dartrix, which I don't dislike. I don't know. Do I feel like I could put Dartrix here? I feel like Dartrix has to go in D tier. I don't dislike Dartrix. Well, okay, I dislike Dartrix. I don't hate Dartrix, but I don't like it, and it's easily the worst of the Rowlet forms. Now, this is where we're gonna really surprise some people with Torracat. I think I almost want to put this in S tier. Almost, because it is Litten with a better design that makes it look like more like a ferocious cat. I'm gonna put it in A tier, but it's like an A+ tier. Torracat was a perfect evolution of Litten before it got ruined by the final evolution stage. Brionne, on the other hand, you know that's going in F tier. I hated Poplio. This is just worse Poplio that it's awful. Again, I'm sorry to the people who like it and who designed it, but I just cannot stand this thing. Up next, we have Thwackey, which is just such a weird-ass name. I didn't mind Grookey, but this thing, I don't really like. The coloration just got worse. He went from at least being green, and he looked kind of like a somewhat adorable little monkey, to now he looks like a weird fucking banana with some brown spots. Like, I just don't like this thing. Same thing goes with Raboot. Again, I don't even know where to start with Raboot. It went from a bunny who was trying to play soccer, who was, I guess, almost like a Pokemon equivalent of a Space Jam character, to this motherfucker still does the soccer shit, but now he's got on, like, freaking pants and a hoodie and... What? This is supposed to be an animal with no clothes? Its fur just ended up looking... No, what? This is... It's an absolutely ridiculous design. I can't put it down there in the F tier because I don't hate it. I don't hate the design that much, but I hate the logic and the thinking that went into it, and I don't know who the hell approved it. We want to talk about Pokemon that I absolutely hate. I hate Drizzle. This thing it's Sobble in that awkward puberty phase, except he's also going through like a scene kid phase. It's just, I hate it. I hate this thing so frickin' much. Moving on to Gen 9, the final generation. Look at how even like this is so far. It's kind of nice. But we're about to ruin that with Floragato. I guess for Flower Cat. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't hate it. I don't want to put it down in D tier. I feel like C tier is pretty solid for it. But I just don't like it. It's not what I feel like a cat Pokemon could be. Then we got Croconaw, which is basically the Croconaw of Gen 9, and except it's not Croconaw. This thing, again, I don't know that I want to put it in D tier. Because I'm going to put it in C tier because I don't hate it. It is really weirdly shaped. But the theme that's going on with the lore with the Pokemon and stuff is it's actually really cool. And I do like that aspect. You know, like reading the Pokedex entries and such, it really kind of opens up what they were going for with these Pokemon, and it's cool, but the lore established with it does not make it any more of a really awkward looking middle evolution. And then lastly we have Quaxwell. So first it was Quaxley, and now it Quaxwell. It's learned how to quack. And I don't know. I feel like I gotta put this one in D tier. Like, it's not horrible. It's not F tier quality. But it's just really, like, I just don't get it. I don't like... There's nothing about the design that I like. At least with Floragato and not Croconaw, the designs, there were certain design aspects I liked. This thing is just, there's not really anything there for me to like. I almost thought we were gonna have no more than 6 in each, or no more than 5 in each category, but I had to. This one just had to go in D tier for me. I know this still looks really, I mean, it's all biased. That's the thing, it's all gonna be biased based on personal preferences. There's no way around that. And so yes, my bias here is easily Gen 1 and 2 into Gen 3. But after that, then it gets a little more spread out. We get Gen 7 all the way up in A tier, 4 and 5 in B, Gen 8 and 4 in C. So it's a little more spread out than the base starters were. But yeah, I don't know if I could pick a favorite as far as the middle stages. I really like Quilava, and I really like Charmeleon. I don't know. It would definitely have to be either Ivysaur, Charmeleon, or Wartortle. I think it may actually go to Wartortle. Wartortle is just, it's a really dope fucking Pokemon. But anyway, that's going to be our tier list for the middle stage starter Pokemon. And I'm sure we've upset some people. And I'm sure some of you are just eager to tell me how wrong I am, if you have not done that already. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and hopefully we'll have a civilized conversation about it.